Hi there, everyone. I am right now in South Florida, where I'll be for the next 3 days. It is early March here in 2024, and I'm really excited to be down here. Basically, I am going to try and do some herping when I'm here. That's pretty much how today is going to go, but for the next couple days, we're going to be doing a lot of snorkeling, so I hope I'm able to find some cool things. I have no idea how this trip's going to go. It's already been an interesting adventure so far with getting this rental car, which is actually a giant truck, so I don't know. But I'm all for it. We'll see what happens, and hopefully I can see some cool things. Well, I literally started driving away, and that is a black spiny-tailed iguana on the side of the road here. I was actually going to a spot to look for them where it's really reliable, and here's one just right next to me. So I'll talk more about black spiny-tailed iguanas when I get to the other spot, but this guy, yeah, that's crazy. Just on the side of the road here. Okay everyone, so we are at the official black spiny-tailed iguana spot, and just in front of me there's one right there, and there are two more over there. There's one you can see, and a whole bunch that are around here. So black spiny-tailed iguanas are, oh, here comes one running towards us in this direction. So black spiny-tailed iguanas are not the iguana species that many people think of when they think of iguanas in South Florida. Those are the green iguanas. But black spiny tails are concentrated in some areas. This is a species that's from South Central America and coastal areas. They are known to be the fastest lizards in the world, reaching speeds of over 20 miles an hour. And they are arboreal like the green iguanas are, but their diet is more varied. These are more omnivores. They will eat plant matter, but they'll also eat small vertebrates as well. So let's just walk around here quickly and see how many black spiny tails we can find. I've already gotten half a dozen so far just in this one spot here. So I didn't get this on film, but that large male black spiny-tailed attacked this smaller male black spiny-tailed iguana. So they're literally just everywhere right now, and as you can see, just been filming them with my camera, and they're mostly habituated, so that's been really cool. got this big male over here who's head bobbing away. And then to his left, we got 2 there. 3 right here. 5 there. 2 more, so that's... I'm already losing count. 4 right there. And then there's 1 there. So if we zoom out again, just to get a better picture, these are all black spiny tail iguanas. Then if we come pan this direction, that's where we were earlier, and that's one of the bigger ones right there. So tons of black spiny tail iguanas, and I think I've gotten my fill of them. So we're going to move on and target some other species. Okay, so I just came across, this is a shell of a tree snail, which are really cool. They're these large snails that you can find down here in South Florida. Herping today has been kind of interesting. I've spent way too much time driving, more so than I would have liked to have had. But I'm in some ag areas right now, kind of bordering the Everglades, and basically just looking for invasive lizards, and then eventually I'm going to work my way north and hopefully cruise for some snakes at night. So on the other side of this canal here is my first American alligator of 2024. This is pretty exciting. I've seen hundreds of alligators over the last couple years, but this is a species that I never get tired of coming across, and it's just chilling. So really cool. Okay everyone, so I'm wrapping up here in the ag fields of South Florida. Today so far has been a relatively slow day herb-wise. It's been eventful, but a couple of common species actually that I wasn't able to get on film, so hopefully I will be able to in the next couple days. But there were a couple of the rare species that I was able to get on film. Black spiny tail iguanas are not the most ubiquitous of South Florida's invasive lizards. And then I actually was able, I'm pretty sure I was able to get my main target of the ag fields, and that was an Argentine black and white tegu. Even if the image didn't come out great, I'm going to have to verify that, but I'm pretty sure I found a tegu, which are invasive lizards from South America that probably have the most potential to cause the most ecological devastation here in the southeastern U.S. So always a mixed bag of emotions when coming across a tegu, but it's definitely not an invasive lizard you're going to see all the time compared to some of the other ones. So what I'm doing right now is as I said, I'm leaving the ag fields. We're venturing into the Everglades, and now I'm going to meet up with a couple of my friends who are living here, and we're going to go road cruising for snakes tonight, which will be really exciting. I haven't road cruised for snakes at night in quite a long time, and hopefully we can see some stuff if temperatures are going to be above 70 degrees. So we'll see. Let's get out there and find some cool things. Well, it's been a quiet night snake-wise, but right here sitting on this log, this is a Cuban tree frog. This is an invasive species here in South Florida. We've really seen mostly invasives today. And yeah, they're super ubiquitous, and I think they're just here to stay. But we'll see them all the time down here. Here's another Cuban tree frog. Okay everyone, so we have a Florida brown snake on the road. This is the first snake that I've seen in Florida this year. And pretty cool. He has some dark markings around his face. Get a little closer. That's awesome. Alright, so we're just gonna move this guy off the road here, or we already moved him off the road. Now I'm not focusing. Okay, here we go, just put him in the grass here. Cool. Okay everyone, we have our second snake of the night, and it is our first Florida cottonmouth of 2024. This is the most common snake here in the Everglades, and I've seen them hundreds of times, but I never get tired of seeing one. So Florida cottonmouth, really cool. Only 2 snakes on the night, but at least we've seen something. Okay everyone, it is 11:30 p.m. right now, which means that I have been awake for basically 19 hours today, and through all the traveling I've done, all the driving I've done across South Florida, I'm brutally exhausted and I'm calling it a night. Road cruising tonight, as well as the rest of the day, we were able to find some herps, but definitely could have seen more. In the end, though, I'm not really complaining. I'm just happy to be down here and happy with what we saw. So definitely not the end of the world, and we still have the opportunity to find herps over the next couple days. But with that being said, I'm going to be doing a lot of snorkeling the next 2 days as well, so we'll have the chance to see some really cool wildlife, and I'm excited to see what we can find. Alright, y'all, I will touch base with you in the morning, and until then. Good morning everyone, it is the next day, and we got another nice day here in the Everglades, even if it's a little overcast, and there are mosquitoes around. Right now we're getting ready to head to the Atlantic Ocean, where we'll be snorkeling for 9 hours today in southeastern Florida. We're actually going to be doing some shark diving today, which is something I've never done before. So we have the potential to see some really cool and unique wildlife. But we also have the potential to see some herps like sea turtles, and I'm actually really excited for the opportunity to see some of the species we could be targeting. So this could be a really great day, and hopefully it turns out to be the case. So the rest of my time in South Florida was pretty much spent in the ocean, doing a ton of snorkeling. On this Saturday, we ventured off the coast of West Palm Beach to participate in a shark dive, something I've never done before. Basically, we hung on a buoy tied to the boat and watched the crew dangle a cage filled with dead fish 50 plus feet under the water and waited patiently for sharks to arrive. While several sharks did come to the bait cage, the crew was only able to get one to come close to us, but that was a 12-foot great hammerhead shark. The hammerhead was mostly unfazed by our presence and swam off after a couple of minutes. Seeing a great hammerhead shark in the wild is a rare occurrence, so that made the whole day for us. Unfortunately for me, I crossed paths with a Portuguese man-o'-war while in the water later in the day and received a nasty sting on my ankle. Even though it was slightly more painful than a wasp sting, I got lucky because only one tentacle touched me, so it could have been much worse if I was stung by multiple. But we pushed on and dove after dark, which is cool to be in the ocean at night. I will say that the crew did an excellent job and made us feel as safe as possible. I will link the company we used in the video description below. The next day, 6 of my friends and I drove down to Key Largo and rented a boat for the day to snorkel around some coral reefs and shipwrecks. Boating through the mangroves and the turquoise-colored water was just simply an amazing feeling, but the wildlife we saw was even more awesome. We started by finding a pair of bottlenose dolphins, which came pretty close to our boat. Once in the ocean, the views of the coral and the different fishes made me feel like I was in another world. Having a nurse shark swim right underneath me and my friends in shallow water was one of the best highlights for sure. But a couple of sequences really stood out. This included finally capturing footage while swimming with a sea turtle for the first time. My first encounter was following a young green sea turtle for a few minutes. Green sea turtles can reach up to 500 pounds, so this immature individual still has a long way to go. As the sea turtle swam into deeper water, my friend Peter and I found a couple of moray eels and had to get a closer look. Peter, who is a far better swimmer than I am and is easily capable of holding his breath at depths where scuba divers go, was able to swim down to the eels, and one came right up to him. While boating to another site, we spotted 2 more young green sea turtles just off our boat, and they let us all swim alongside them. Swimming with the first green sea turtle earlier in the day and seeing the 2 moray eels already made the day for me, but getting this close with a sea turtle in its natural habitat was easily one of my greatest wildlife experiences ever. After being on the water all day, I arrived at the Fort Lauderdale airport still in my bathing suit and experienced my 4th multi-hour flight delay and 8 flights to and out of that airport since June of last year alone. But unlike many of the other airport passengers who were not thrilled about the current situation, I was just too happy from my weekend to really care that much at all. And we eventually left and arrived to Atlanta later that night.